our economy. And we want those resources controlled not by IMF and World Bank. Because IMF and World Bank, you have the final say. We don't have no say. We want another organization of equals.
I don't know if President William Ruto means it, because he said so many things and I can't locate him these days, because the things he said during election and the things he's doing now are two different things.
For you, Kericho Gold, a nice tea. I've got something for you also here. You know the migration? Wildebeest migration with crocodiles, and this is a yearly phenomenon between Kenya and Tanzania, somewhere for your desk. Then when in the afternoon you can take some coffee. It will help you not to sleep.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
President Ruto is disappointing Traoré, Assimi Goïta, and Abdulrahman Tiani. Family, brothers and sisters, Kenya has just signed a defense agreement with France, granting French soldiers diplomatic immunity on African soil. This is not just a treaty. This is not just politics. This is a moment of choice. Will Africa continue the fight for independence, or quietly invite the past back in? In this video, we are asking the question many Africans are asking. Why is Kenya moving closer to France, America, and Western power, while Africa is moving forward without France, US, but Kenya is moving closer to France and this Western power? This is not an attack. This is a wake-up call. So let me share this.
Africa, a continent that has bled for freedom, a continent that fought colonization, exploitation, and humiliation, a continent that knows the cost of foreign boots on African soil. Yet today, in 2025, Africa wakes up to shocking news. President William Ruto of Kenya and President Emmanuel Macron of France have signed a defense agreement. An agreement that grants French soldiers diplomatic immunity on Kenyan soil, meaning foreign troops, protected by foreign laws, operating inside Africa. And Africans are asking one question: why? Why is Kenya running back to France while Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are kicking them out? Why is Kenya opening its doors while the Sahel is closing the gates? Across West Africa, leaders like Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Colonel Assimi Goïta, and General Tiani have made a bold choice: sovereignty. They said no to foreign military bases, no to external control, no to colonial protection. They chose Africa first. Look at what the Sahel is doing. Burkina Faso is building highways with its own money. No IMF, no World Bank, no begging. They are defending their land with their own soldiers. Not NATO, not France. They are saying, we will fail or succeed as Africans, but we will decide. And now compare that with Kenya. French soldiers, diplomatic immunity on African soil in 2025. Africa must ask itself, have we learned nothing? Let's be clear. Africa is not weak. Africa has won. The oil, Nigeria, Angola, Libya. 2, the gold, Ghana, South Africa, Mali. 3, the soldiers, Ethiopia, Egypt, Nigeria. 4, the mine from Cape Town to Cairo. 5, the people, 1.4 billion strong. So why? Are we still inviting former colonizers to protect us? Protect us from who? Each other? The dream of Africa must change. Not tomorrow. Now. One Africa, one army. One economy. We must trade with each other first, defend each other's borders, build with each other's resources. Burkina Faso is showing the way. Nigeria supplying oil to South Africa is showing the way. This is the blueprint. Not foreign bases, not foreign soldiers, not foreign immunity. Kenya has until December 31st to decide, and the Kenyan people are already speaking. The real question is, will their leaders listen? Because Africa does not need France. Africa does not need foreign armies. Africa needs Africa, and the future will belong to those who choose sovereignty over submission.
Yes, welcome back, family. Let us now dive deep into this issue, the issue of Kenya allowing French soldiers. You know, I've been saying this. I asked you one day when those soldiers who were troops, French troops, were expelled in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. I asked, where did they go? They returned to France, or they hide somewhere. Now you see Kenya is inviting them. How does this impact the relationship among African nations? Because in other end, we saw leaders such as Traoré, Assimi Goïta, and Abdulrahman Tiani pushing back France. But in the other side, we see leaders such as President RUTO inviting France. Do you see we are going to have a good relationship among ourselves? Don't we see that the dream of our founding fathers to have one united Africa is being betrayed by current leaders of the continent of Africa? So, yes, do we need France to protect maybe our countries or America? Why don't we Africans come together and form a single army? If we want one army, why don't Africans come together? Why don't Kenya unite with the rest of East Africa to form a strong army for the Confederation of East Africa or for the East African community? Why we rely on France? Yes, some may say France has technologies. France is powerful. But when will Africa be powerful? When will Africa say, now we are powerful? It will not come. As long as we depend on others, as long as we are being manipulated. You know, one thing that these people are doing, they send their soldiers to study our army, our strength, and to manipulate us and to know how they can manipulate us. So the only solution for Africa to be free is to make sure that all African countries or states have agreed that we don't need more these Western troops in the continent of Africa. You know, it doesn't make sense in the year 2025, 60 years after independence, Africa, we are still controlled by external powers. Africa, we are not speaking with one voice. It doesn't make sense. And this is a big division among Africans. So don't expect that the time will come when Kenya and Burkina Faso will sit on a single table and speak with one voice. The way things are going, because France is the enemy in one side of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, but is the best friend of Kenya and maybe other countries. So how can we come together and form a united Africa in this environment? It is impossible. It is impossible. So I think young generation, young people, we need to have our own agenda, our agenda of united Africa. We have this Agenda 2063. I've been saying this. Agenda 2063 will remain on shelves and cupboards, will not come through. Today is 2025. We have maybe more than 30-something years ahead. But Agenda 2063 will not come through. Will not come through. I'm telling you the truth. The Agenda 2063 will not be realized because I see much division. If you ask today African leaders, what have we achieved since the starting of Agenda 2063, almost 10 to 12 years, what have we done? Nothing. What have we achieved? Have we achieved to silence the gun? No. Are we free? No. But we change forms. We see the biggest scramble for Africa. We see division. Young people, Africans, we have duty to liberate this continent. And this kind of politicians, we are going nowhere. We are not just attacking anyone. We are just awakening Africans that if we want a united Africa, if we want Africa that will speak with one voice, let us not allow division among ourselves. Right now, we know France has lost influence in many parts of the continent, but France has increasing influence in this Western power. And this brings me to know that African countries are being used by the Western power to destabilize African continent. That's what I understand right now. So Africans, we need to wake up. Fellow Africans, we need to wake up to tell our leaders what we want as a young people. We cannot rely on France, on America, on UK, on Russia, on China. Let us rely on ourselves. We can, if we decide. Because we are not competing with America, we are competing ourselves. If America can go to the moon, let us, we Africans, remain here, do something. Maybe 10 years to come or 20 years to come, if we are prepared well, we can go to the moon, we can go to Mars, we can go to the other planets. We can, but if we are well prepared. But what I see right now is total betrayal, total disappointment to the struggle of African unity. Those are just my words. So if you have something to share with us, please do so through the comment section. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make African great. Thank you, freedom. Thank you, Africa.